Now we'll start. Open your mouth to understand the lessons. Page 64. What are complex invertebrates? What are complex invertebrates?
I know them.
Please keep silent to understand. We will talk general in the beginning. Echinoderms. From the beginning, we'll start invertebrates. You have to know the difference between vertebrates and invertebrates. There's base 64. Base 64. What are complex invertebrates? What are complex invertebrates? Mollusks, echinoderms, arthropods, and insects. Invertebrates, there's a lot of examples in this chart. Vertebrate organism without a backbone. There are three main body plans: bilateral, radial, asymmetrical. Bilateral, two sides of the body mirror each other. Radial, symmetry is found all around the center point. Asymmetrical, there's no line of symmetry, like the sponge. Here you can know the difference between the three kinds.
Teacher, it's in any book.
Yeah?
Teacher, it's in any book.
Textbook, page 64.
Oh,
What are complex invertebrates? Okay?
Yeah, I take the workbook.
No. Workbook in the last. What are complex invertebrates? Complex means having many parts. Complex means having many parts. Here three kinds: bilateral symmetry, radial symmetry, and asymmetry. And we explained in the previous lessons. Invertebrate characteristics, there's more information, extra information. Sponge, we will explain the sponge in this lesson. Asymmetrical, simplest invertebrates live in water. Regeneration, ability to grow back a body part. Pores, it has pores. Cnidarians, radial symmetry, complex tissue and acute, simple nervous cell.
Teach them.
It has 64. It has two kinds, medusa and polyp. Classes of cnidarians, we need only jellyfish, sea anemones, coral. Jellyfish, sea anemones, coral. Only this. The kinds or classes of cnidarians, jellyfish, sea anemones, coral. Concentrate on these three kinds. 1, 2, 3. The kinds of worms, roundworms, the first roundworms, bilateral symmetry, simple nervous systems. Brain is a ring of ganglia to here. Flatworms, bilateral symmetry, clearly defined head, two large eye spots. 1, 2, 3. Segmented worm, parasites, nugget or eye spots, Only 1, 2. Mollusk and algal worms. Many examples you can note in the chart. Mollusks most live in the oceans. Some live in fresh water and land beside the river. Concentrate on 1, 2. Algal worms, segmented worms. There's two names: annealed worms and segmented worms. Example: earthworms. Arthropods and echinoderms. Four characteristics shared by arthropods: segmented and specialized body, jointed limbs, external skeleton, exoskeleton, compound aids. 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Urchins, two body parts, four pairs of legs, simple aids. Example: spiders, scorpions, mites, and ticks.
Mister, what are ticks?
Sorry?
What are ticks? Is it
A kind of urchins, animals.
Oh. Okay.
Insects, largest group of arthropods. 6 legs, 3 main body parts: head, thorax, abdomen. Now we will explain what mean complex invertebrates. Complex mean having many parts. These invertebrates have many recognizable body parts and organs. Also, can grow larger than simple invertebrates. Now, what are 3 phyla of complex invertebrates? Mollusks, echinoderms, and arthropods. We saw in the slides the 3 kinds. Now, what are complex invertebrates? We can say invertebrates include a group of animals that live in different environments, maybe in the water, maybe in the land. Some of them have complex body structures. Some of them have complex body structure. Mollusks, for example, have several specialized organs that include a heart, gills for breathing, a well-developed nervous system. Now, what about the octopus? Okay, the octopus and squid have extremely good eyesight and a very large brain. What around echinoderms? Let's have an example: sea stars, sea urchins, sea cucumbers use a water pressure system to help them feed, breathe, and move. Use a water pressure system, help them to breathe and move and feed. It has a hardened skeleton located inside the body. It has a hardened skeleton located inside its body called endoskeleton. Now, seawater enters the system and moves to different parts of the animal's body under pressures. I repeat, seawater enters the system and moves to different parts of animal body under pressures. Now, the system ends in the echinoderms Many tube, there's many tube feet which climb to surfaces, like small section tubes, for example. Now, what around arthropods? Arthropods, arthropods have a segmented body. Arthropods have a segmented body with bare limbs on either side of their body. Now, more than half of the world's animal species are arthropods, like spiders, crabs, insects, all this example. And has animals group on Earth, more than half the world animal species are arthropods. Numerous number from arthropods. Now they are small, so small and light with a hard skeleton. Hard skeleton. You can note here. Hard skeleton. On the outside, the body. It's called exoskeleton. Exoskeleton. Now that provides it by strength and protection. Strength and protection. Now, arthropods have simple but very efficient nerves. Simple but very efficient from nervous system. And it has a good sensory system. I repeat, it has a good sensory system and has complex but very efficient nervous system. Now open your book, page 64. What are complex invertebrates? What are complex invertebrates? Who can read first passage?
Me.
Ah.
Walid Fawaz.
عمر خالد
Okay, wait. All of you will be read. Okay. Walid 5F, Walid.
Invertebrates include a very diverse group of animals that live in many different environments. Some of these animals have specialized organs and complex body structures. Mollusks,
Mollusk.
echinoderms, and
Echinoderms.
arthropods are phyla
Phila was very different.
different characters.
Okay, thank you, Walid. Thank you so much. Thank you. Muhammad Tariq. Mollusk.
Yes,
Mollusk, read, please.
all mollusks
Mollusk.
share the same body plan. They have a muscular foot or
Tentacles.
tentacles, a fold of tissue called the mantle, and a mass of internal
organs.
organs. They all have system.
Yes.
Systemetry. Mollusks include snails, clams, and squids. Almost all mollusks have a shell,
Yes.
which is
Secreted
secure.
by mantle.
secret.
Thank you, Muhammad. Lower your hand, please. Thank you.
Mister, can I read?
Omar Khalid, please. Omar Khalid.
Okay.
Mollusks have several specialized mollusks.
Or snails. From mollusks. Mollusks. All six have several civilized organs, including.
Raise your voice. Raise your voice. Omar, raise your voice, please.
Okay. Mollusks have
Mollusks.
several mollusks
Mollusks, yeah. Have several specialized
civilized organs, including heart, gills,
hard
for
gills for breathing. Yeah.
breathing, and a well developed developed have extremely good
Extremely good eyesight.
sight and a very large brain.
Brain. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Mr. Can I read?
Yasin Sulaiman,
Yes.
yes. Echinoderms, yes.
Echinoderms include sea stars, sea urchins, and sea cucumbers.
Cucumbers. Echinoderms.
Echinoderms have a hardened
Hardened skeleton
skeleton
located
located
inside
the body called an endoskeleton.
endoskeleton.
Spines from the endoskeleton often poke through their thin, bumpy skin. Ectoderms usually have radial
Symmetry.
symmetry. Ectoderms
Echinoderms, yeah.
Echinoderms use a water pressure system that helps them feed, breathe, and move. Seawater enters the system and moves to different parts of the animal's body under pressure. The system ends in the echinoderm's many tube feet, which cling to surface like small suction cups.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Yasin. You did well. Really, thank you. Okay, have you finished from the highlight, my guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now we are gonna do the next page.
No. I said no.
Hurry up, heroes. Hurry up.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Now we are gonna to next page. Next page. Arthropods. Yazan Bilal. Yazan.
Yes.
Read.
Arthropods. Arthropods are the most numerous animal group on Earth. More than half of the world's animal species are arthropods, including spiders, crabs, and insects. Arthropods have a very efficient body plan. They are small and light with a hard skeleton on the outside of the body called an exoskeleton. It provides both strength and protection. All arthropods have lateral symmetry.
Thank you, Yazan. Yazan, thank you so much. You did well, really. Thank you. Lower your hand, please, Yazan.
Can I read now? So can I read?
Rami,
Yes, Mister.
arthropods have.
Arthropods have a segmented body with paired limbs on either side of their body. In some cases, these limbs are used as wings or claws. In other cases, their main legs help arthropods move quickly. Arthropods have simple but very effective nervous system and good sensory systems. If you have ever tried to swat a fly, you know just how quickly an arthropod can move.
Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, if you finished highlight, we will answer the check, a quick check.
Mister, my book is different than a little bit different than yours.
No, it's the same.
Me too. No, mine's different. Yeah.
Now
Yes, there
here,
is some parts in not the questions.
words
There
are
is some
different.
parts in the paragraphs are
the
different.
same information, okay? I need only the main idea.
Only.
Now, quick check. Omar Khalid. Omar Khalid.
Mr. The yellow one for which one?
Now, quick check.
Sir, I didn't read. Can I read? Or
Yes,
answer?
read. Yes, read.
Main idea and details. What body parts do arthropods have that echinoderms do not have?
Yes. The answer.
TA will vary. Head, eye, legs.
Okay. Here. Okay, I have to. You have to know. Possible answer will vary. It vary between you and your classmates and your friends. There's many answers. You can say head, eyes, legs. Okay?
I wrote TA will vary head, eye, legs, but now I will only write head and eye.
Okay. Possible answer will vary between you and your classmates.
Critical thinking. Is the statement the smaller the animal, the simpler the animal, generally true? Explain. No. Most insects, for example, are smaller than mollusks, but not simple at all.
Yes. The answer is the statement. The smaller the animals, the simpler the animals generally true. Okay, the answer no. Most insects, for example, are smaller than mollusks,
No.
but not simple at all. Have you finished?
Yes.
Okay, let's
Mister,
go.
can you mute all because somebody opened the mic and his mic is not working?
Mic is.
Yes, teacher, because this
Okay. Let's watch slides.
Then I'm
Mr.
done.
I didn't finish.
Check your phone. Arthropods. Quick revision. Arthropods. 75% of all animals are arthropods. jointed limbs, segmented body with specialized parts, well-developed nervous system. Extra information for understanding. A lot of examples for understanding. Echinoderms, many examples to distinguish between them.
These things look weird.
Sea stars.
This is the original star.
Yeah. Okay, now let's watch a video. Silent.
Mr. Someone is singing.
Yeah, teacher, he every day singing in the class.
It's
What's
Yahya.
his name?
Yahya.
I will punish him. Let's watch a video.
Welcome to a new happy learning video. Today we are going to learn about the invertebrate animals.
Mr. Yahya
You know
who?
that the animals are divided into
Okay,
two
silent.
big
Teacher, I didn't sing.
skeleton formed by bones,
Silent, Yahya. Silent.
and the invertebrates that have no bones. All the invertebrates are oviparous, and we classify them in 6 big groups: sponges, jellyfish, corals, worms, mollusks, echinoderms, and arthropods.
Here, they look nasty.
Khalid Ahmed, silent.
The sponges are aquatic animals that are sac-shaped, and the body is full of pores. It is very easy to remember this group because many times we use them in the shower for our personal hygiene. Yes, many of the sponges we use in the shower are invertebrate animals. The jellyfish are invertebrate animals that live in the ocean. Their bodies are gelatinous and have tentacles. The truth is that when they appear in the beach, it is very annoying because their tentacles have small venomous stingers that produce very unpleasant bites. Corals are tiny marine animals that produce limestone residue, which give rise to beautiful shapes. Do you know this animal? Exactly, it's a worm. Worms are soft and long invertebrate animals that move by dragging their body in the ground because they have no feet. They can be aquatic or terrestrial. There are some worms that can be harmful, and that is why we must be careful with them. Can you see this snail? Well, snails form part of the mollusk group. Mollusks have a soft body without legs and can also be aquatic or terrestrial. Some, like the snail, this clam, and mussels, protect the body with shells. But there are other mollusks that don't have a shell to protect themselves, like slugs or octopuses. The echinoderms are exclusively aquatic animals. Their bodies have calcareous plates that form a shell. Some echinoderms are balloon-shaped and are covered in spikes that they use to defend themselves, like sea urchins. Others are star-shaped and are of course called starfish. The arthropods are the most abundant animals on the earth. Of every 100 animals that exist, 80 are arthropods. These invertebrate animals have the body covered by an external skeleton called a cuticle. The most common way to classify the arthropods is by the number of legs they have. This way we can classify them in 4 big groups. Arthropods with 6 legs. In this group, insects like ants and flies are present. Arthropods with 8 legs, where for example the arachnids like spiders and scorpions are. Arthropods with 10 legs include the crustaceans like crabs and lobster. Arthropods with more than 10 legs like the centipede that, as you can see, has much more than 100 legs and are called myriapods. Well, now you know a bit more about the invertebrates. Bye friends, and don't forget to subscribe.
Okay, thank you. Now open your workbook, page 19. Page 19. رفقاء, the homework, page 19, question 5 to 7. Do the homework, page 19, question 5 to 7. We finished 1, 2, 3, 4 already. Now 5, 6, 7.
Yes.
Homework. All page 9 homework. All page 9 homework.
From where to where?
From 1 to 7.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Page what, mister?
Page 9, question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, homework.
We already did it.
Yes,
Page
yes,
9.
yes, I know. In addition, 5, 6, 7.
We did it all.
Mister,
Yes?
we didn't took simple vertebrates. We didn't
Yes.
took them.
I know. In addition, 5, 6, 7. Okay?
Only 5, 6, 7?
5, 6,
At
7.
least
In
we
addition,
knew what
5, 6,
is-
7. In the next week, I will make a revision around the previous lessons. Don't worry, around the exams. Okay? Page 9. Yes, page 9. All page 9 is homework, 5, 6, 7.
Mister, you'll do a revision?
Yes, in the next week,
Page
I'll do
19 is homework or no?
homework, yes.
Page 19 or 9?
Page 19.
Okay, mister.
Is this homework or no?
Yes, homework, my boys. Yes.
Yes, page
okay.
19, home.
Homework,
Okay.
5, 6, 7,
Yeah, 5,
and 1,
6,
2, 3,
and
4
7.
from the previous lessons. Ulfaqar,
Yes.
you have a question?
No.
Okay, be ready for the revision in the next week. Try to study hard in the weekend. Yes?
Mister,
Okay.
Yeah.
tomorrow, do we have a science period or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Why are you asking?
why don't we make the revision tomorrow?
Revision in the next week, before the exams, before the quiz, okay? Around all previous lessons.
Okay.
Don't worry, around the exam, we'll make maybe
Are we gonna do it in school or online?
the school period, in the period. And if we need, we can make
In the school. Which day?
I don't know.
After next week. After next week.
So
After
Mr.
next week.
We make the test in
Okay.
the school.
Yes.